Hello, guys. We're continuing with dress selection and design. So the part we left off was talking about patterns. It says cutting a plaid, check or a stripe on the bias. Changes its character completely, converting the lines from rectangular to oblique increases the sophistication of a design by making it less square. However, bias lines angling outward across the bust and hips enlarge all figures. Particularly if the fabric is stretchy and curves outward and downward over the body curves. A plaid taffeta with stripes is a far cry from a casual plaid, wool, or cotton gingham. If the taffeta is made into a gala formal, it is strikingly dramatic on a tall, lively girl. Even lowly checked gingham can be transformed into a charming summer dance dress when it is cut and handled with ingenious simplicity. Stripes also vary stripes vary in use according to their boldness and color contrast. Brilliant Roman or Bulgarian stripes are so vibrant that their use in a sash or a blouse may prove enough to accent a dark costume. Fine candy stripes, however, are popular among women of all ages, particularly for summer shirt-waist dresses. Unless fine stripes have strengths of color contrast to give character, they flatten personal coloring disappointingly. Look objectively at candy stripes and judge them at a distance before buying them. A large plaid have affinity for rectangular cuts such as box jackets and straight pleated skirts. Fine checks are nearly versatile as a solid color. Cutting plaid bias increase its sophistication and dynamic force. A checked gingham dance dress artlessly, as if it's simple. A plaid taffeta formal cut bias, strikingly dramatic. Okay. Small curving geometrics, florals, and dots are used for summer suits, dresses, and blouses. The kind of all-purpose clothes nearly all women require. Do not forget that as pattern decreases in size, the color and value contrast must increase, or the pattern will appear washed out. The effectiveness of all pattern increases when they are supplied with sufficient background of solid color to set them off. Although patterned summer suit is practical, it is seldom as smart as a suit of solid color enlivened by patterned blouse and jacket lining. Large all-over flowing patterns or spaced prints are too striking to be used often or by many, but are appropriate and dramatic, made into bouffant gowns for formal evening wear. They are also strikingly effective for evening coats, or coat linings when worn by slender girls or women who carry them off with style. Limit the amount of vibrant stripe and use a candy stripe for an entire dress. Expect to enjoy wearing a solid colored suit with a patterned blouse and jacket lining longer than a completely patterned suit. It says to combine patterns with solids. Coordinating dress patterns with patterned fabric. Handling patterned dress fabrics artistically requires more talent, skill, experience than handling solid colors. First requirement, select a commercial dress pattern or design one that subordinates dress structure to fabric pattern. And bolder patterns, less cut of the garment should interfere with it. Obviously, a dress pattern chosen at random will not do. Indeed, coordinating the cut of a dress and the pattern of a fabric often challenges the most experienced dressmakers. To avoid discouragement, a novice should work with solid colors or small patterns which do not have matching problems before attempting to handle more complicated patterned fabrics. Large patterned, handsome brocades are dramatic for gala evenings. Compare two ways of handling a large floral design. Seams skillfully concealed under folds. Pattern disrupted by exposed seams. Okay. So, large florals require dress patterns with as few seams as possible. and those few should be placed so inconspicuously or hidden so skillfully in gathers and folds that they do not break up the design. A fabric design of any size and dominance should appear uninterrupted by seams as those were painted on after the seams were joined. Dress cuts with conspicuous center front seams or multi-gore princess line dresses chop a floral pattern into ribbons. So you must be conscious of that. So it says large pattern needs less cuts. It says adjust structural seam lines to follow plaids. Match plaids carefully at all joinings. Adapt structural seams to the lines of a stripe. So the seams must follow the pattern line. So it should be flowing in the correct way and not destroy the pattern, the appearance of the pattern. Cutting a border design round destroys its edge. Combining lace with a patterned fabric nullifies both. So cut a dress to feature a border design. So it says you can use the pattern of the fabric as edges of your dress. So you're not destroying the pattern, but you're using it in a way that it defines the edges and it flows naturally. Instead of chopping up the fabric and destroying its flow and adding some lace or something external on the edges or borders, causing them to clash or not match. Use an important stripe in one direction only and stabilize it with solid colors. So use the stripes in a single direction, like this for a summer dress. Turn fine stripes in two directions to strengthen their character. So plaids and stripes look their best when major seams and darts follow the lines of the pattern of the plaid or the stripe and do not interfere with the pattern. So seams and darts must follow the lines of the plaid or stripe and whatever else kind of pattern you have. Match pockets, yokes, other details of the cut. And if you patch, this disrupts the large patterns unless matched expertly. Patching meaning adding on extra things onto the pockets or yokes or extra details. If you add too much, it will be too busy looking, or may not match, or not be harmonious. Printed or woven border designs and wide laces or all over embroideries with borders require special handling. Straight full skirts with the border at the hem and bodice lines that utilize the border along the neckline, and the sleeve edges exploit a border effectively. Contrast this treatment with a border pattern made into a gourd or circular skirt, a round collar, or another shape that spoils its decorative edge. So use the edges of the pattern wisely instead of ruining them and cutting them. Size of the fabric design influences handling. Wide stripes to appear orderly should run in one direction and match exactly across body and sleeve. Fine, narrow stripes, on the contrary, are insignificant unless turned into two directions, horizontally and vertically, or chevrons diagonally. Turning a stripe in more than two directions usually confuses the emphasis. As explained before, large plaids and stripes adapt easily to straight pleated skirts, and stripes adapt easily and also box jackets. Attempting to mold them into fitted jackets with set-in sleeves requires fitting an angular design over the bust curve, and matching plaids at the armhole seems difficult, if not impossible, to accomplish, since both floors and geometrics with up and down directions, right and left, right and wrong sides, are impossible to match in all directions. They appear most natural and least handled when used for cuts requiring little shaping. So try to use the pattern as naturally as possible. In conclusion, remember, pattern is spice, effective when chosen for quality of design and harmony of color, and when used to enliven the wardrobe, particularly or primarily composed of solid colors. So balance it out. Pattern is ineffective, even ruinous to wardrobe coordination where carelessly chosen, badly placed, or overused. Be guided in pattern choice and used by the needs of your wardrobe and your own personality, figure, and coloring. Always rely on principles of composition to improve your judgment. Collect, experiment, collect and classify patterned fabric swatches according to size, kind of design, and appropriate use. Choose dress design from fashion magazines, or design your own suitable for the pattern fabric selected. When tracing crepe overlay figure, design costumes appropriate for angular geometrics and curving florals. Compare design quality of realistic and stylized animal and floral motifs. Judge pattern fabrics from a distance and closely to see the changing effect on design and color. Clip fashion magazine illustrations of successful and unsuccessful pattern costumes. Mount and write comparative analysis. Clip patterned costumes from fashion magazines which are suitable for you. Thank you guys for watching. My page is facebook.com YoSallPlay, YoSallPlay. So patterns, should be careful with them and use them in a good way, and not make them too inharmonious. See you guys later.